Slays, thinking about getting those kills. It's the perfect recipe that makes these squads click. But
that was an insta right off the rip there for Precision to get that first pick onto Frosty. So a trade there in a 1v2 scenario. Despite Precision going down there, I feel like Sentinels are going to be in a better spot because they had 2 players from FaZe down low. So we're going to have to see if that holds true, how these next kills unfold.
Yeah, and ball carrier actually is going to be bringing that one right over to them. So they'll avoid that for the time being. And potential shock rifle muscle shot from around the corner gets the body shot, and then there you have that one player from control who secures it. So no one really able to get that ball control here as we saw in the beginning parts of this game, but
Bubu was ready to rotate in towards the pipes. Then as soon as he realized his teammate got picked off there, he drops it, goes for that shock rifle, and then just tries to be a little wily.
Yeah, you saw him make that jump, and then he was like, oh, no, bring that one back. I'm not going to do that.
Incoming.
Clock continues to tick on down here.
This is a rougher position here for Sentinels as they flip this map. You just have pipes and elevator in the hands of FaZe. Really no way to get that ball control until they get some slays here. And those slays aren't easy slays. You have to go inside pipes or inside elevator unless one of these people ego challenge. And they're not going to ego challenge at this level.
Yeah, and even in that situation there, Frosty went in for that fight, but he had a buddy right behind him that was going to be able to scoop up the remainder of the player that actually eliminated him in that exchange. So it's always going to be those details, right, that are going to be, you have to be mindful when you're playing against FaZe. If you're going up against someone and you see that it's like a 1v1, chances are you're going to have a member of FaZe right around the corner to get that one shot.
Yeah, they're always fighting with purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Rarely are they going to, especially cross maps, they're not just going to shoot cross map and continue to challenge and take damage unless they have somebody that they feel is going to get their help faster.
Exactly, exactly. Now,
have it tell you almost get to read like by Spartan's body language. Like, all right, well, why are they challenging them from this distance right now? Who's gaining in this trade?
Yeah. And that is the reason why it's so scary to play against FaZe, because they're the type of team that when they're in those fights, they're there for a reason, and they'll find that success.
So one thing I want to highlight, GB, is the score is 5-2 as 2 minutes have already elapsed.
Yeah, bro.
These teams have been slay hungry, want to make sure that they do not give up a setup here on this mode.
We've seen what happens when these teams get setups, how you can just lock them down. We saw that in the Live Fire Strongholds game, right? Sentinel's setup gave them, what, 150 points, I think, unanswered from the in that game mode. And then even in that CTF, we saw how the defense was so impressive. My goodness,
he
what a
hits
shot.
that and he lives. Somehow Snakebite lives that. I thought that Plasma was a for sure finish.
Yeah.
Falcade somehow trading out 2 melees quicker than Snakebite, but you also can't complain there. You just saw we just got away with there, PJ.
You just had a miracle happen to you, man. I think you'll be okay. But this also, to reflect on that score, though, Dave, I mean, yeah, bro, like, we got the lowest possible game you can have, and we're about to hit the 2-minute warning in the first round of this oddball game. Wouldn't shock me if the next one is just like a full send, but this one, they're feeling each other out.
In the past, when I used to play like an oddball or a King of the Hill mode, I would always take that just quick check at the halfway mark. I would say, hey, game's halfway over. What sort of scores are we tracking to? So in a case like this, I would start to reset my target and saying, we have to get 100 points. We have to get around 70 points to win this game based on how the score is going. And you use that and decide how much ball time you're going to go for or how much control you need before you grab the ball. When it's a really scrappy, low-scoring game, those moments of grabbing 2 to 5 seconds matter. When it's a much higher scoring game, you have to go for more kills and go for a full setup.
Yeah. Well, right now, Sentinels are going for the kills, and they have been successful in that one. Managed to get 3 down there for FaZe, as well as that camo, so they'll have a lot to work with here. They got the objective to boot. Falcade has got to get in here and help his teammate out. Big kills coming in here. He got 2 down yet again for FaZe. And even though Falcade, ooh, wow, and that's what I'm saying, right?
You sure he engaged all 4 players there, just back and forth there, from Sneaky over to Blue to Top Hydro, just every single spot those players were.
And you're going to be in an endless fight in that situation. Ball still up for grabs, though. LethuL trying to get
down for a decent amount of time, too. I don't know exactly how long, but I was just going to say reset was got to be coming in soon there.
It was in your gut. You felt it, Dave.
It's at some point, it's just like something doesn't feel right. What is it? You know, I guess after playing Halo for 20-some years, you start to have some of those 6 senses.
Yeah.
But I start to lose some of my other senses.
Yes.
Sense of touch, sense of sight.
Yeah.
I can't see cameras on the map no more.
Barely talk. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, look at this here. Sentinels, they managed to bring this one back. Such a low-scoring game to start things off here on Oddball, but they have managed to get within spitting distance of FaZe's lead. And they have a decent setup here. Where does FaZe? They're gonna have to just commit together, push together, but that shock rifle is gonna cause problems.
Slay. Also, the beautiful play there by Boo Boo. One, recognizing that there was players going towards long haul, but secondly, after getting that first help towards long haul side, worrying about catwalk, worrying about people pushing in from control. Sentinels taking the lead here in round number 1. As I said before, this one is going to turn down to a slaying game for the most part, so the target in my eyes is around that 70-point mark. So dropping that ball early, going for slays, going for control is going to be the name of the game here from Sentinels.
And I think, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, Walsh, but this is like the first time that I've seen Sentinels outslay FaZe in this one, right? I haven't really seen them, you know, so that I think is also another part that we were talking about previously, like what are Sentinels' win conditions, what do they need to do, and definitely, right, leaning into this, the slays, being aggressive, getting in their face, not giving many room to breathe, has worked out nicely.
Almost gets the rotation, that is so tough. Ball did not get played. And so this is a situation where FaZe were thinking that they could go hold pipes, they could go hold battery, but all of a sudden, Sentinels now have ball over at Hydro. They can play ball if they need to, so not only do they have to go get the kills at Hydro, they have to get controls at pipe.
Very well played there by
Also,
Snakebite.
no play ball from Sentinels. They don't bring it back Hydro, so I guess they just need to do step 1, which is get control of Hydro.
Yeah, well, thanks to Snakebite, you get yourself a nice triple kill out of that one, and I'll go ahead and get your ball control as well as the lead. It was looking like Sentinels had an opportunity there, but a great coordinated pincer push from Snakebite gave them exactly what they needed, and now they have that lead.
Ooh, and he gets an early play ball, but nobody from FaZe is over there. The players all died over at pipe side, so we're gonna have to see how and if Sentinels are able to grab this ball and bring it towards pipes. Snakebite stuck near triple stacks. He's not gonna be much of a factor here. He's just trying to buy time. This is gonna come down to the other members of FaZe. Can they stay alive? Can they get these slays? Frosty has shock rifle. He's trying to keep everyone off of this ball. He's one of the ones last alive.
3 seconds. He's got to get in there.
Does
One,
not get
and
the
that's
trade,
it.
but bought the time, so that's going to be a first round eked out there by FaZe. Was looking scary for a bit.
It really was, and an incredibly low scoring first round to start off Oddball Recharge. The respect there definitely being given on both sides of the field.
A rare quick push over into Hydro. A lot of times you just see kind of the stalemate over towards control side, but Frosty going all the way through onto Hydro.
Ball's been grabbed, but for how long? Because you have vision on Renegade over toward the distance there, and Frosty gets that stop over toward control. And even though there's going to be another player there to meet him, not bad, you know, damage definitely done, but for precision and the boys over in Sentinels, hey, yeah, the name of the game is the objective, and they got themselves the ball for the time being, but they got to get it out of there because you see the amount of FaZe players that are surrounding that.
Wow, what a weird fight for Falcade to win there.
Yeah.
Just must be on such a quick and high sense builder. Run over towards the bottom elevator, quick whip up, hit that shot as he does like basically a 180 and vertical fight over towards elevator. So impressive for Falcade to win that in a disadvantageous position against Royal 2.
18 kills for Falcade in this one. Precision ahead of him with just 119, but they've both been putting in some work this game. Right now, though, we're going to be keeping our eyes on Renegade.
Look at that objective efficiency, just handoffs back and forth, wasting no time. Playing a little hot potato with that. Back a few more points. There's the reversal. Trying to look for his teammate Snakebite over there, watching his back.
Maybe he was thinking someone was going to push in through the whirlpool, but he knows that that's where the spawns are going to be, which is why he's set up over here. And he got vision on him, so you know, okay, we got 2 people that are going to be trying to make their way over toward the pipe side. And with 20 seconds left for that camo, Renegade, he had that inclination. Someone's going to be sniffing around there wanting that camouflage. And LethuL was wise to what Renegade was thinking, so he ends up going in there, challenging him, and taking him out.
Yep, successful push coming here out of Sentinels. That's going to be 3 down. Royal 2, the last one remaining. What's he going to do here? Ball could not get played. Ball most certainly going to rotate long haul over to Hydro to be in a play ball position. That's exactly where LethuL wants to get it. But this cross is covered a little bit.
Gets through there.
2 members go down, though. LethuL almost just has to play this instantly. They're hoping for a setup here for an extended period of time.
I get it.
And then play it. Yeah. They didn't want to just bring the ball to play it immediately.
Yeah, that is the opposite of what you want there. And now that you got yourself the ball again off of that play ball, we'll see what you can gather. if you're FaZe. Camo, not long for this world, ends up getting shut down right away. Snakebite in the pit, just getting all up in the business of Sentinels, and that ball is going to be in no man's land, but Frosty's okay with that because he wants to get in on the action. He's got a weakened precision in front of him. Finds Falcated as well, who's just in a fight with his teammate, and he knew that he was ripe for the picking, and he does so.
I like this play, just instantly scoop up ball. You don't have to worry if other players are nearby. If they were there, they would have entered the fight already. You know that they're across the map because it's a strong squad like Sentinels. They're going to be spread out across the map in different positions like that. They're not just going to all for sure clump up in 3 or 4 people in one area. So many times when you get those couple kills right near their objective, you can be certainly safe just to grab it.
But I gotta give commend, you gotta commend Falcated in that one. A big flank that he managed to pull up while his teammates were applying pressure over to the pipe side here where nades are. So that got them the ball again and gets them a little bit closer to that lead that FaZe has managed to build up.
Look at the setup here. Sentinels, probably one of the best setups we've seen so far here on Recharge Oddball. Falcated, cursed by gaming timing, turns away from Catwalk as that person crosses through, but it doesn't matter. His shots are better. He takes out Frosty. Dodging Royal 2 buys time for LethuL to come over and help.
What a guy.
But throughout that entire engagement over at Elevator, FaZe, they break through on the pipe side. They distract, fight at Elevator. They fight a full separate fight over at Pipes, and they win the more important pipe battle.
They had the distraction play happening over on one side of the map while that was taking place. They tried to get that ball back over in their favor, but Sentinels with a great response gets it right back, and they'll have that lead here. 3 minutes left to play with, and here comes Royal 2 to help out his teammate. He's flying right in there, but he ends up getting shot in the back of the head, and that's Boo Boo Doo Boo saving his teammate, and maybe even giving themselves an opportunity here to potentially walk away with this win if they can put this together. But it's going to be a lot of work to do here if you're Sentinels, but you got that lead to work with.
Just bodies dropping there. I think Boo Boo felt like he saw a couple kills that he got, so he's like, I can go out and fly, grab this ball, right? But numbers still evened out across the map. Ball somehow still not grabbed and still safe. Let's take a quick check-in at our halfway mark, GB. And according to my rule of thumb science, I think this was going to go to 100 points. You know?
You're an oddballologist?
Oddballologist.
Oddologist? We'll find it out. We'll get. I'm sure.
I mean, obviously, this game plays different than many other objectives in the past. It's the timer stops, everything there, but just goes to show the pacing and the way these teams have been setting up. And it's not just small as a scrap time; it is longer setups. So I fully intend to see this one go the distance.
World 2 might need to get over to Renegade, give him some coverage, but instead he's just going to play that ball. Renegade surrounded by 3 players. You got 2 over toward Hydro, and he had 1 that was sitting up top toward Glass. Renegade wants to go ahead and just take out that target, so he does so. But that does mean Sentinels, because of that play ball, they're in a position to be able to grab it here. Massive new combo connection there for Snakebite. New bitch combo. You know, it's a bandit, not the VR. Take what we can.
There's 2 down. And I like this play, just fly instantly. Sometimes people get a little too greedy and try to let their teammates deal with back Hydro, and sometimes you don't have the firepower needed. And then all of a sudden you find yourself stuck over at Glass or over at Pipes. When in doubt, you gotta overload the Hydro side. You gotta bring enough people out there.
Yeah, so much space to work with there too, right? And some wonky, awkward angles. Most definitely, but FaZe now, let's not forget here that this is Sentinels tournament life on the line, and they're up by 1 point in this oddball game. If they do not win this end, if they do not tie up this game, it will be over and Sentinels are going home. FaZe live to fight another day and defend their title here at the Halo World Championship. The Sentinels are not going to be going out without a fight. They want to try and pick up this dub and take it over to Game 5.
Such a great challenge there by Precision, timing that perfectly when Renegade's throwing the grenade. Sentinels taking the lead here in round number 2, but they just have to win these next couple battles if they want to win this entire round.
Yeah, big fights happening here. Falcated with that grapple shot's going to get himself in a position up top elevator to help out his teammates there. You can see, I believe that was Renegade in the POV going for a challenge.
At this point, you just got to hold and pray, and I don't see
they got it.
From FaZe able to stop this. Going 99-100. That's going to be Sentinels tying up here on oddball recharge. We're going to a round 3.
They needed it. They needed this one like they needed to breathe, man. If they do not, that was it. Their tournament was done. Here we go, though. It all comes down to this.
I also just had a little birdie in my ear.
Uh-oh.
Said a B-Stream update. Shopify Rebellion have been eliminated. They lost to Pure.
Whoa!
What a shakeup and what a wild card, some would say, into this event.
But you know what's crazy about that is you and I were literally, when we casted Pure earlier, I think it was Pure ITV, right? Or I forget who it was, but I know it was Pure, and we were talking about
C9.
Oh, it was C9. It was like one of these teams, they're going to make that deep run in the tournament.
Yep.
Look at that. Wow. Congratulations to Pure. They're making it to Championship Sunday. But for now, though, let's set our sights here on this Sentinels FaZe matchup.
Upsets can and do happen. Can it happen again here in the form of Sentinels versus FaZe? They got the work cut out for them, but they've shown that they're equal here against FaZe on this map, on this mode. Slays are 92 kills for Sentinels, 90 kills for FaZe. So they're going punch for punch, but who's going to be more objective efficient? This one's already tracking to be a slay heavy round. We only see 9 seconds on the board here in this round number 3.
Big win there for Precision. Gets himself that shock rifle now. Only has 2 shots to work with, but should be enough to at least put some damage, help his teammate out. Unfortunately, you just saw Boo just get bombed by some grenades there and just get obliterated. And unfortunately for Precision, we came around the corner. Well timed there by FaZe. They shut down that player with the shock rifle and get the ball.
Just a perfect collapse there by FaZe as soon as they got those kills as well. Nobody hesitated and took the long route. They just flew straight across mid-bridge, had it cut off, made sure that ball couldn't get to pipes. And now they've already put 12 points of their own on the board. But eyes got to be on camo soon. See what Sentinels are going to do if they can get that. But I feel like they're not just going to sit and wait for 10 seconds before that's up. What a nice sticky trade there from Snakebite.
I was going to say that was pretty big for them, but I don't think they were able to get that camo out of that one. Nope, instead it was going to be Boo Boo Doo Boo. We'll have the ball. Oh, wait a minute.
Unsuspecting play there. So Frosty gets the play ball for Batledge and then just jumps out to grab him. So he doesn't want to be a sitting target over in pipes and somehow finds the camo right there and gets a beautiful trade. So
take those.
What a play by Frosty. Their team would be in much more trouble right now, even though they're not in a great spot. But they'd be in even more trouble if Frosty was not able to get that trade. Laying down a shroud over towards top glass. Team's gonna be able to push over from control and mid-bridge here. Gets a sneak on over towards the ball and gets the trade.
Yeah, I actually thought that could have ended up being a stick there for a moment with the way that grenade was like moving.
Did they get stuck on like the ball or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like it just disappeared as well, but probably wasn't. Snakebite does get oddball control though, speaking of that. Down by a sizable amount here.
Also, taking a look at the objective players, we talked about how Boo Boo, he's usually getting about 40% of his team's ball time. Snakebite, definitely not on that 50% mark. In fact, Frosty's been the main ball carrier throughout this round. You got to wonder if that's strategic or just how the cards fall during this one.
Yeah, you know, I mean, knowing the FaZe guys and how long we've been commentating them, it probably boils down to that's just how it, you know, played out. But in most instances, Snakebite will do his best to just go after that objective. But, you know, I think what we've been seeing over the years from the FaZe guys is, you know, they all will play those roles when they need to. It kind of goes back to what we were talking about before, Dave. Everyone's got to do a little bit of everything. But yes, you have some people who are specialists in other areas. Big win there for Snakebite.
Nice shot there from Snakebite, making the most of the last bullet there from his bandit. He's gonna go straight for this ball, try to scoop a little time. There's 3 down from Sentinels. No better time than the present. Grabs that ball, knows who the last player is. Gotta be long haul or at glass. Looks like Falcon at glass. Royal 2 trying to defend him off.
Royal 2 knew that someone was
Great play there also by Sentinels. Not only did they have Falcated push in towards pipes, they had players instantly shooting that pipe exit, throwing grenades there. So Royal 2 trying to wall peek there is just getting bombarded by grenades. So Sentinels, having talked through that entirely, saying, hey, when we're pushing through gold or through pipes, we need this help from control side. We need somebody to watch this exit. Perfectly executed there by Sentinels.
And they benefited a decent amount of points as a result of that. 30 to boot. Clean shot there on the Renegade. Falcade is going to bring this one across to actually drop it down to the pit because he knew that he was losing teammates left, right, and center. So he's going to bring that one down low. And you got those players on Sentinel spawning over toward the yellow side.
Also, I didn't do the check-in at the halfway mark. I would guess that Sentinels maybe around the 40-ish mark. So we'll see how it transpires, but we could see this game maybe ending around like the 80, 85 point mark. But also, we've been seeing in round number 2 so many strong and long setups that at any point they can get this setup, hold it for 50, 60 points in a row.
Exactly. Frosty's got to play this ball. He has no other choice. The pressure was a little too much there from Sentinels. Great push on their end, but because of that, it means play ball, and FaZe are going to go back to the drawing board here.
And Slane could not be any more close. We talked about before when it was around like the 90 to 92. I'm looking at our Prowler right here. It is 123 kills for FaZe and 122 kills for Sentinels.
Very close
Just
game.
neck and neck. It's just coming down to objective efficiency, and Sentinels coming out ahead here in round number 3.
So far, but we got FaZe with ball control. It's going to be World 2's got it. It's got some help there with Frosty as well. No one really in the area for Sentinels to challenge it, but they're
trying to get that
across.
rotate.
Yeah.
And this is tough. Frosty trying to lay down fire, keep that ball rotating over through long. But that ball is stopped, and here comes the push from Sentinels. Can any of the spawners help them out? You see Renegade and Snakebite trying to buy time, but too much pressure coming in from top glass and from Trippy. They have the numbers, but kills are answers. Gonna be one-on-one precision versus Frosty.
3 down on
They know
each
where
side.
each other's at.
Frosty's got himself the camo. 45 seconds to work with here. Sentinels need this win. If they don't, that's it. It's curtains for the run here at the Halo World Championship. Frosty's got eyes, but he's got the trade. So camo won't really be much of a factor here. Last couple seconds, and now you got someone that's got to get that ball right here and now.
And it's just got to come out FaZe side. Right now, Sentinels are happy to drain this clock. They just want to trade out kills and let this game and round end. But one good ball stack, one grab here from FaZe could be the difference maker. Who's in position? Royal 2 grabbing that grapple. Probably going back towards bat ledge to grapple it back. We will see if that comes into play. Ball grab. Huge kill from Snakebite.
That holds him back. They can't get in. This is actually going to give them the lead here. There's only 10 seconds left.
Now, how quick does he drop is the question. Does he drop it right at 53 and try to slay for 10 seconds? Looks like he wants 1 extra second of room for error, but that ball goes flying. They did not mean to drop it out there.
Yeah, but it's in the corner, though. 3 seconds remaining. They only got 2 points, and that is going to do it. FaZe Clan pick up the win, and Sentinels made them work for that one inch by inch, but FaZe managed to pick up the dub.
FaZe just too
What a
icy
game.
at the end.